Hi everyone, in this video we are going to make an introduction into Exadel Innovation Cloud. Exadel Innovation Cloud includes platform, services and solutions, and I am going to talk about platform. Our platform is called Apereo and it has a lot of depth. This demo will focus on the platform's capabilities to rapidly produce proof of concepts with the emphasis on using innovative technologies. Here is a brief overview of the platform's components, which will help you to follow the demo. The platform is split into two parts, the core part and the innovation module. Core part consists of Visual Builder, backend, and integration modules. Visual Builder is responsible for creating an application UI, backend is responsible for hosting database, server-side business logic, web hosting, push notification, and so on. The integration module is responsible for interaction with third-party systems, for example, REST services, SOAP services, LDAP, relational databases such as Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL, and other. Innovation module includes the growing number of innovation components which are available on the platform, such as blockchain, AEM, chatbot, text-to-speech, voice recognition, object detections, and other. Adding innovative components is made easy and supported by the platform's pluggable architecture. The platform makes it easy not only to use and experiment with individual innovative technologies, but combine and integrate them in one application to achieve the business goal. The platform provides significant number of examples which simplify the kickstart the creation of proof of concepts applications. Next, we will walk through the process of building the sample application utilizing a number of innovative technologies, and you will see how easy it is done on our platform. Let's log in into the platform. Our sample application demonstrates the use of blockchain, chatbot, voice recognition, and text-to-speech. This application is a digital wallet of Ethereum tokens, using which we can verify our balance or transfer tokens from our account to another, and all communications are going on with chatbot, help using voice conversation as the most convenient communication way. Before showing the application in action, let's take a look on application diagram. The UI of the application was created in Visual Builder. Native mobile build also is generated from here. The application is integrated with Ethereum blockchain. In general, it is not a trivial task, as developer has to understand a lot of specific technical things, such as smart contract, transactions and their signing, creation of an accounts, and so on. To simplify the integration process on our platform, there is middleware level which is called API Express with a set of predefined components, and one of such components is Ethereum, which hides all Ethereum complexity and provides a simple way to work with blockchain. The next technology is a chatbot, and it is a separate module provided by our platform. Our platform provides an opportunity to work with the API of third-party providers, such as Amazon or Google, via our set of connectors. A good example of such integration is voice recognition and speech-to-text technologies. And now let's take a look at the application in action. We will build, configure each component, and link components into application, all with practical no coding. Once you see it at runtime, I will walk you through what did it take to build this application on our platform. To run the application, we don't need to do any additional actions like environment configuration, so we can just press the test button. Now we see how the application will look on the screen of mobile phone. The first screen is of course login screen. Let's log in as Smith. And after login, we can see the balance of tokens on Smith account. Now let's talk with chatbot and perform transfer operation.
Hello Smith. How can I help you?
Could you transfer 10 tokens to Williams?
Are you sure you want to send 10 tokens to Williams?
Yes.
Success. Can I help you with something else?
As you see, to perform required operations, we simply talk with a chatbot. Now let's see how this application was created. Let's work on each component and start from Visual Builder. Let's open the app. Applications in API are created on JavaScript, HTML, and CSS, and we use only open source solutions. At any time, the source code of an application can be exported, and the development process can be continued in any IDE, for example, IDEA or Eclipse. We provide not only IDE for application development, but also the application architecture, which takes into account the best patterns and practices. Our application has several screens, and they are located in Pages folder. Let's open Home screen. Every screen has design time, where we can set up the UI of the screen. To add UI component on the screen, we need just drag this component from the palette and drop on the working area. Let's add button component. Every component can be customized. Let's change the button color. There is large variety of UI components available, as you can see on the palette, for example, Google Map component. But application includes not only UI, but client-side logic too. If we open Scope tab, we can see all functions which were defined on this screen. Let's open, for example, record function. Again, you see that it is an ordinary JavaScript code. Our application has several screens, and navigation is defined on routing page. Variety of the configuration options are supported by the platform. Let's open this application settings page. Here we can review and customize general settings and settings specific for Android and iOS. Device-specific features like QR code, scanner, or camera are enabled on every platform by Cordova plugins. For generating native Android and iOS builds, again, we don't need to configure anything on the local machine. Everything what is needed to tell every platform what type of builds you need, and this build will be generated. Here we can export source code of the application. You can of course review the source code in place. Again, here we see the standard JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. Let's open home screen. This is HTML code of home screen, and this is JavaScript code. This is CSS style of our application. And now let's go back to our application diagram. Application is integrated with Ethereum smart contract. But how this contract was created? Let's take a look on it. This is the source code of smart contract, which is used by our application. And we provide a list of the most popular smart contracts. For example, smart contract for storing digital assets or voting smart contract. Namely, this contract is responsible for releasing Ethereum tokens according to ERC-20 standard. User can get all necessary information about ERC-20 tokens, see the video how this application was created, and to create it by yourself following according to our tutorial. Let's go back to source code, and our token will work properly not only with our wallet but with any other wallet too. The same correct and for our application. It will work properly with any other tokens which are created according to ERC-20 standard. Here a user can review the source code of the smart contract and understand how it works due to high code quality and detailed comments. He can even modify it, for example change the initial amount of coins or token name, and deploy as his own contract. Let's come back to the application diagram. Now we understand what is blockchain, what is smart contract, and how it works. As you see, we work with Ethereum via the API Express. We did it for several reasons. We had to integrate with public Ethereum network, didn't want to spend a lot of time on figuring out how to configure it properly, wanted to work with it using an ordinary REST service. Let's take a look at how API Express solved all these issues. This is API Express page, and here we can create a new project or open already existing one. I will open API ICO Exchange project, which is used in our application. You can consider a project as a set of REST services which are created according to our architecture approach. It means that, for example, on the Setting tab, we can enable such built-in features as security, debugging, or maintenance. Let's come back to API tab. Services can be grouped in a folder, and we can use them, for example, for API versioning. Let's expand API ICO folder, which contains 3 services, and open balance service. As you may have guessed, this service accepts username as parameter, then make request to Ethereum blockchain and returns the token balance. On the screen you see the flow builder. We have a predefined set of components such as a swap service, REST service, conditional component, scripts component, etc. To add a new component to the flow, we need just drag and drop it and then configure it. In this service, the most important is the Ethereum component. To make it work, we have to specify just a few properties: server URL, smart contract address, select from the drop-down required method, in our case it is a balance, and that is. All parameters of method are loaded automatically, and from our side it is only needed to map them properly. Service can be tested right from here. Service accepts one parameter, username. Let's specify it as a Smith. And test. We see the service response and technical information such as the service response time. We saw how easy it is to create and configure service in API Express. And now let's go back to our application diagram. Next technology is a chatbot. We offer our own solution as you see in the diagram. Let's take how it looks and open chatbot which is used in our application. It is called API Tokens Chatbot. First, what we see is flow with different conversation states such as invitation state, check balance state, state when we don't understand what user said. For every state we can configure transitions to other ones. We can define entities such as transfer entity and intents. For example, send money intents. Can add custom code. And of course, test chatbot. For testing purposes, as the first message, we can specify the username Smith. And now we can ask the bot to check Smith's balance. Bot checks and return balance information. Let's go back to application diagram. Now we understand what is chatbot and familiar with its main capabilities. We understand how this chatbot is used in the application and can customize it according to our needs. On the diagram, you see that API platform supports ability to use APIs from other providers such as Amazon or Google, and in general we can integrate with anyone. Let's consider one example of such integration, text-to-speech service. For this service, we can select required provider from the list, and for using text-to-speech service from Amazon, everything what is needed is providing AWS Access Key ID and AWS Secret Access Key. As you can see again, all configuration complexity is hidden from the user and integration is made as easy as possible. Let's go back to application diagram again. We created API Express project which works with a server, created chatbot, created text-to-speech service. Finally, I will show how to link all of components into the application. And for that, let's go to Visual Builder. Integration is easy. Just press Create New and specify what service you want to add. For chatbot, we need to select chatbot and then select what namely chatbot we want to add. For API Express service, we need to select API Express, then specify API Express project, and as the last step, specify required service. To incorporate service invocation, we need to drag and drop them in the place where they should be run. So now we will invoke chatbot service in record function. Just drag and drop it. And then we will invoke balance service of API Express. If some service like a balance accept parameters, we can map them using mapping editor. Here we can map user ID variable on username service parameter. Let's take a look on application diagram last time. We step by step created rather innovation application Started from UI, then create smart contract in Ethereum. To incorporate application and blockchain, we created services in API Express which are integrated with Ethereum. And the next steps, we create a chatbot and text-to-speech service. And our last step was integration all these assets into application. This is what I wanted to show you today. Thanks for your attention.